about to go down. You see what that is? It's called a shell. There's no hardness to it. It's all gooey goodness. That's all it is. All good gooey goodness. Hi, it's Chris with a K here. Welcome to Thoughts and Theories podcast, episode I think 13. No Friday in it. It's Sunday. And here, as you see, I'm at the Yellow Green Farmers Market, my home away from home. Look at this shell. It's like mango coconut cream, basically, with blueberries and strawberry. Let me tell you this, it tastes very good, very good. So these awesome people behind me. The owner, the son, another girl who's awesome. I don't know who she is. This place is awesome. Follow them at Chia Balls on IG. I'm gonna place their IG on the screen. Great place in Yellow Green Farmers Market. Great place to be. So yes, I'm in the farmers market today. We're just gonna be talking about my day today on Thoughts and Theories. Whoosh. Oh, y'all thought it was over? Oh, I got more stuff. Look at this. This is soursop and mango juice. It's really good. Really good. Really good. So good. So hey y'all, Chris with a K here. This podcast episode is just going to be a compilation of my day. So it's going to be kind of like a vlog if you're watching the YouTube channel. But obviously if you're not watching the YouTube channel, it's going to seem more like a audio compilation. So a vlog, but an audio compilation form. But if you're watching YouTube, it's going to be a vlog and compilation form of the day, only today. So it's not going to be exactly in order and whatnot, you know, because as you see, I just went from day to night, you know, Kid Cudi, day and night. But anyways, right now, just ended my Postmates run. I'm now at a place where they sell food for a whole lot of money. If you guessed correctly, that's no other place than Whole Foods. That's this place right behind me. Some trees in the way. Can't see it. Can't see it. Can't see it. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. Yeah, that's the place, y'all. The reason why I'm coming here. Why? Because I'm in love with cantaloupes. As if you guys hear my podcast about squash, you know, I was literally talking about squash and everything crossing the street, jaywalking. Let me turn the camera around. So yes, I was talking about squash and basically how I fell in love with it because I never knew it existed. You know, I've tasted cantaloupe before in my life, but wow. Once you get used to drinking water a lot and stuff like that, and you taste cantaloupe like on a for real level, like you get all the sugar out your system, it is amazing. It's like literally eating water because it's a melon. And melons digest the quickest because they're basically, I think they contain the most fruits out of any other water. Contain the most water in any other fruits. So I'm Whole Foods, about to go get some cantaloupe. Let's see how this looks. Oh yes, so right now, if you're listening to this on the podcast, I'm walking through Whole Foods. Here, I'm focused on getting some fruit. What fruit you're asking? Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe should start with a K, because it's just that good, right? But anyways, yes. One little thing I learned about fruit is you always want to eat your fruit cut up if you just cut them up, because I guess they start to their ripening accelerates if you cut them up. So the best time to eat a fruit is like right when you slice it open. So I love cantaloupe because literally you get a cantaloupe, all you have to do is cut it open and scoop out the seeds. Wait, how much is cantaloupe? $3.69, ripping off. Most cantaloupes are like $2.99. But like I said, this is Whole Foods where stuff costs a whole lot of money. What the freak? So, what the heck is Dino Melon? This is intriguing. This thing from Brazil. Oh, I might get ripped off and buy one of these things just because I'm curious. This thing that killed the cat. And oh yes, never get things without seeds. So any fruit you get that's supposed to have seeds in it, make sure it has seeds. Because if it doesn't have seeds, it's a hybrid. You know what a hybrid is? A man-made one. So it's fake. Fake like all these Instagram models out here. Like all these women on Instagram. Not every woman on Instagram, but most of these women. Oh my gosh. You know. Speaking of getting into that, sorry, but this is something that's on my chest. This is my thoughts and theories. So if you don't like what I'm about to say, just know you can feel free to get off the train. So one thing I have a problem with the women, like just videotaping everything, but one problem I have with women wearing like a lot of makeup and like filters is just you don't really know how the real them looks. So like, what if you don't like how the real them looks because you've been introduced to the fake them, you know? I think a woman looks her best when she's natural. You know, I have a term that says your natural is your actual. I'm gonna put that on the shirt, actually, to make a shirt, because it's bars and it speaks truth. But yeah, women, stop wearing too much makeup. Because I'm speaking for this guy, I can't speak for all guys. It's that in the back of my mind, I wonder what you look like when you wake up in the morning before anybody sees you. Do you look like a nightmare before Christmas, or do you look like Christmas morning? That is the question. Yes, it certainly is. Alright, so as you see, people, it is the AM. It's Monday morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. So yeah, yesterday, some cool stories that happened yesterday. One of my deliveries for Postmates. I've been on Postmates, doing that more heavier lately, because I do Uber Eats and DoorDash, but DoorDash I don't like because you have to schedule everything. There's like certain number of slots per area you can fit in to get deliveries, but once you're in, you're most likely going to get delivery and stuff like that. But I don't have time to keep refreshing the schedule to try to get an open spot, so I rather chances and do Postmates and Uber Eats. And Uber Eats was my go-to, but they like lowered the pay recently, which sucks, which I don't like. So yeah, you're able to see now where you're going to, how much you're going to get for the delivery, but like, unless someone tips you big, it really sucks. But Postmates, you know, out of like everybody's delivery courier service, they hate Postmates the most. Postmates is, honestly, in my opinion, I'm starting to realize it's the hidden gem and it's the best of all three, because, you know, the pay structure is pretty decent, and then you have like bigger chances of bigger deliveries, you know, because they do Walmart deliveries. They also do Apple. So literally, like, if you order something on Apple, you know, they have it probably disguised like, oh, Apple, you go try to order something from Apple, say, oh, you had a fast delivery, we'll deliver in 2 hours. Like, yo, so someone from Apple is gonna come deliver my phone or my watch or whatever product I buy from Apple, my laptop, whatever. That's what you think until the delivery comes to your house, you realize it's a person dressed in regular clothes and stuff like that with no Apple logo or anything on it. Turns out it ends up being a Postmates delivery driver. You know, obviously they don't really make it evident, so I'm pretty sure they disclose it somewhere in their agreement. You just have to read through or something like that, but they don't disclose it, so people think workers, like Apple employees, actually deliver stuff. Same thing with Walmart, you know. No, it's a Postmates delivery person. So the bad thing about it is this. Let's say if I'm delivering groceries for Walmart and something goes wrong with their order, on my screen, my order literally says this person has like 20 bags I delivered. It'll just say one bag. It doesn't tell me what's delivered in it. And then it's like, what the heck? So if something's wrong with their order, the bad thing is I can't really assist the customer with it. I just say, hey, call Walmart. The good thing is, guess what? My hands are clean. I just have to tell them, all I do is pick up the groceries and take them out. I'm not in the store picking and stuff, but I just feel bad for the customer in that part. So same scenario with Apple. You know, it actually does tell me what product they get, and it's a less likely chance to end up getting the wrong product. You know, the only thing that happens bad from time to time with Apple deliveries, sometimes the people are not there, and it's not because they don't want to be there. It's because a lot of times, like, one guy delivered something to, it wasn't supposed to come to like Sunday morning, but for some reason he ordered it Saturday and he scheduled for Sunday morning. But when he ordered Saturday, like 2 hours, within 2 hours, I picked up the product and delivered to him. He's like, I'm not home. I was like, oh wow, why wouldn't you be home? He's like, well, it's supposed to deliver tomorrow. So there's some miscommunication going on between the companies, but it was cool. But anyways, I went to Dunkin' Donuts. It was pretty cool. And I noticed outside the Dunkin' Donuts line, this is a lesson, this is a life lesson that I learned. So outside the Dunkin' Donuts, the line was like long. It was like a Chick-fil-A, Popeyes chicken sandwich line. So I had to place an order. I went inside, paid my card, and it was like literally 2 people in there. And one life lesson that I learned quickly is this. A lot of times in life when you take the shortcut, you realize if you would have taken your time and looked at everything and actually not rush everything, you would end up getting it through faster. So like a lot of times we take shortcuts, we end up shortcutting ourselves, shortcutting success. So I learned in life, look at all your options first before you make a decision. Just because everybody's in their car, don't want to be lazy. Because, you know, it's basically saying, like, see what laziness costs you. It costs you longer to get to the point where you could have been sooner, you know. So that's one thing I learned at Dunkin' Donuts. Those people were efficient too. They were fast. They was getting orders out fast and stuff like that. And also, yeah, another delivery I did. I forgot what delivery it was. It was really something I learned. It was something funny. Can't bring it up. Can't think of it. But deliveries were cool. You know, make some great money on the weekends. You know, like yesterday I made like $140 doing Postmates and stuff like that. Just Postmates. I didn't do any other app. I just did Postmates, and I could have made more, but it's just like 9 o'clock came. I was like, you know, go home. You know, prepare for tomorrow, get some rest. And I went to Yellow Green Farmers Market, as you see earlier on in this podcast, or if you're looking at the video podcast form, look at that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I learned a lot yesterday. Also, I have something else to share with you guys about this guy who's been plant-based. He was like plant-based for 18 years. Cool story. I'm gonna tell you that now. So yes, I am back, and yeah, it's been like a week. What has happened in the week? I'm officially 30 fun. That's right. Spell the word 30 and add fun at the end of it instead of 1. You know, because I think every year is significant. But anyways, I was supposed to be talking about a guy, you know, basically that didn't eat meat for like 20 years, I think he was. Basically, the cool story about this guy is that he went to prison. This guy went to prison. He went to prison, and in prison he didn't eat no type of meat. He would trade him out for all the carbs and stuff like that. And I think he said there's about 1,200 or 1,500 people in prison with him. And I think he was top 10 and the strongest. Just to show you the power of the fact that a lot of people think, oh my gosh, once I throw meat out of my diet, I'm going to be not strong, I'm going to be weak, blah, 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 all that stuff. And actually, our strength really doesn't come from the meat. It comes from the things, that stuff we eat, that eat meat eats, you know, which is like the herbivore stuff, the herbs, plants, and stuff like that. But anyways, this guy started his own clothing line and stuff like that. You know, and yeah, the reason why I wanted to tell you this story is because he decided he didn't want to eat meat because of the fact that he realized that I think when he was young, his mom was single mom, busting her butt and stuff like that, and she would come feed him like chicken wings or something like that. And the reason why he didn't want to eat it, not because he was like for the animals or anything like that. Oh my gosh, poor animals. He saw within the wing. This is interesting. This is super duper trooper interesting. He saw within the chicken wing himself, he saw a limb, you know, he saw like a leg, a wing and stuff like that. Realized like, yo, I got limbs too and stuff like that. And he realized he didn't want to bring harm to other things. He would do all he can to stay away from any process that would bring harm to another like life form or thing of that nature. And I was like, that is dope. That is D-O-P-E, dope. Which is pretty cool. I like that aspect, you know. And it kind of goes back to this theory, which I'm going to repeat all over the podcast, that everything's connected. Everything is connected. Everything's connected. Even though he was doing it for another purpose, it was still for a purpose to help preserve the animals, still in concordance with the animals and stuff like that. Wasn't for animals getting beaten and stuff like that. Anyways, but yes, that's the story I want to share. But to catch up to you guys on my week and how it's been. You know, obviously I went to work. Work was all right. You know, kind of telling people at my job it was my birthday, but it wasn't my birthday and stuff coming up. Like, you know, I had this little thing going on, this little trend. Kind of like to reveal who your best friends are. This is something you should do. If you haven't tried, do this. All right. When your birthday's coming up, tell your friends this. Say, yo, my birthday's coming up. But whatever you do, don't get me anything. Don't throw me a surprise party. So literally, this is all you have to do. Tell people the stuff that you want them to do, but tell them not to do it. And see if they do it. If they do it, if they do the stuff that you told them not to do, then they probably really love it. If they don't, then they're just probably listen, or they just don't care. You know, so I was telling people to not do all this stuff for me, and no one did nothing, you know, but I'm not upset about it, you know, because I realize birthday has become an unofficial holiday in every person's life that's surrounded about them and stuff. Yes, we should celebrate the fact that you're here. Yes, we should celebrate the fact that you came on earth from this day, but literally turned into a holiday revolved around me. You know, I'm a fake holiday, a fake unofficial holiday that happens every single day of the year. You know, and literally I'm like always on the road, always working every single day. You know, I have no days off. You know, I do get my rest and whatnot, stuff like that, but I do not rest from actually like physically working, like having a day of the week that I'm like, yo, today I'm off, I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing any type of work, any deliveries, I'm not working at the warehouse today and stuff like that. I never really have those days. So I decided to have one of those days yesterday. Literally I went to eat. I did go to the Yellow Farmers Market. That's not work. You know, got my food to go. I got a Buddha bowl. In that Buddha bowl there was quinoa. Quinoa is amazing. There was stewed mushrooms, but stewed tomato. There was like some chickpeas, some small little chickpeas, and some salad. It was bomb. And that wasn't it, people. Outside of that, I actually ordered additional side of a Fiesta wrap. This wrap had quinoa in it. It had burger. You know, when I mean burger, it was like mushroom, the alkaline version of a burger. It had everything in that. Then I have a slice of margarita pizza. You know, obviously the alkaline version, so no dairy or anything like that. Made with spelt crab and Brazil nut cheese, tomatoes and stuff like that. Basil, oh my gosh, in love, of course. And then I had a key lime ginger tea, iced tea, and a cup of coconut water. And I went to this other place called Chia Seeds. So the first place I mentioned was Something Nice to Eat Bistro. The second place was Chia Seeds, my new favorite place, because it's hard to find dessert. So I'm literally to make a custom a la carte order that allows me to have something alkaline treat. So it's like this base, it's like coconut cream, like the meat of coconut whipped until it comes out cream like, but it had mango in it, and I had topped that off with some blueberries and strawberries. That was good. That was really good. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a coworker, shout out to Liz. You know, she calls me Burberry because I made a joke. You know, I'm good at making jokes. I think they're funny. So this is a joke. The first conversation I had with her was a joke. You know, because she's new, she's getting trained. Her and my other coworker, Nikki. Shout out to you, Nikki. And I was like, oh my gosh, what do you call a berry that's cold? And it was like, I don't know. A Burberry. It was funny. So from that day on, she just keeps calling me Burberry. I'll be in the aisles picking. She'd be like, Burberry, Burberry, Burberry. I'm like, don't call me Burberry, because that's kind of a situational name. You know, you can call me Quack, K-W-A-K, because it's Chris with a K, in acronym form, a genius name. And I'm not talking about ducks. What? But when I spit these bars, people duck, because I be spitting that fire. That's a bar in itself. But anyways, you know, so I was like, call me Blackberry, because I like blackberries, because I'm black. You know, I like berries, so I'm berry black. You know, I guess she felt like that came off kind of racist. But no, I was like, it's okay, I give it a green light to call me Blackberry. But just Burberry, isn't that a clothing brand and stuff like that? You know. But just literally fast forward my week, it's been cool. You know, it's been kind of rainy. You know, yesterday I was supposed to have an interview, actually, because I'm trying to find ways to maximize my money and get the most out of my hours. Since I already do deliveries with the courier service, I was like, might as well do something that's gonna pay me on the hour and stuff like that outside of getting the tips, because I can't guarantee getting money while doing guarantee getting money consistently, you know, because with delivering for Postmates and Uber Eats, what ends up happening is that some days it's hot and some days it's all right and some days it's dead, you know. But I want to be able to do something where every day is in a sense consistent. So I applied to work at Domino's. Yes, the pizza place. Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat any of it, so it's pretty cool, so I can stay focused on work. Had an interview yesterday. I went in at 2. The interview was supposed to only be 15 minutes. Went in, and the guy was like, oh, he's working. He was like, yo, I'm sick, so I can't make any pizza or anything like that, and I can't interview people. And I'm like, man, you sure? Because like I can stand far. But he was like, nah, just come back whenever. So I'm coming back tomorrow, which is Monday, if this podcast drops by today. So it drops on the 20th. I'm supposed to have an interview at 6 o'clock on the 23rd, and I can go in dressed like this, which is pretty cool, so I didn't have to dress up after all. So I'm gonna go, you know, because I was looking at videos on YouTube, about delivery drivers and Domino's. They make some pretty decent cash. You get some deliveries, you get paid on the clock, and tips. There's a higher chance of getting tips more every order and stuff like that. Yes, it's not guaranteed to have a great night every night, but still, worst case scenario, get paid an hourly rate. I'm gonna see if I can do that part time. Because I'm just trying to literally save up money, get out of debt, DEBT and stuff like that. It's Christmas time right now, and to speak of that, I put up an interesting post that was inspired by a post I literally took it and just made it to my own. But basically, it was saying this. Oh my gosh, I had a brain fart. It's basically saying a holiday shouldn't convince you to go. Wait, a holiday shouldn't manipulate you to go in debt just to prove that you love somebody. Let me say it again. A holiday should not manipulate you to go into debt to prove that you love somebody. And the main suspect and the main person I want to blame on this, well, it's not a person, but a holiday, is Christmas. Think about it. Christmas is only something you get excited about usually when you're kids. Outside of the fact that it's supposed to be a holiday centered around family coming together, realizing that the only present that you need is the presence of your friends and family, the people you love, to be around and enjoy them and stuff like that, reflect on the year. I'm grateful I love you guys and stuff like that. But it has always been a holiday basically of the presents. Because think about it. If you literally take the presents out of Christmas, would you like Christmas? Like literally, probably not. Think about it. As you've gotten older, you turn more into adult and you are no longer a kid, right? You notice that Christmas starting to really like lose its meaning, and the meaning you thought it was for is really like, oh, really? I was just, I guess, present greeting, Because I'm like thinking about it, like literally, you go out of all your way, work all your hard-earning hours to literally go, end up buying these gifts, give it to somebody. They're like, oh my gosh, I love you in a second because you've given them great gifts. And then like give it to like January, maybe February, middle January-ish, they forgot all about the gifts you gave them, and it's literally back to the same thing. So literally you spend all that money to satisfy their happiness prescription that only lasts like a month, and then they forgot all about it. And then it's on to next year, like, oh my gosh, you need to re-up on some more gifts, even though I forgot the fact that you spent hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars on me last year. That doesn't mean anything because it's out of style. So I believe like when you give a gift is something that gives somebody an experience, something that you can always remember and take with you. I mean, it could be something physical, so I'm not against like buying material things, but it's just the reason, the intention, the heart behind why you're buying those material things. If it's just for to appease your happiness for a month or so, then oh my gosh, really not any end is worth it, because you just toiled in a sense for nothing, So it's like, man, Christmas, it's like, so those holidays I'm thinking about, like, yeah, should I like really be all celebratory about it or not, So I'm in this mind space, is like I'm questioning everything, right? And because, obviously we have free will, we live in a country of freedom of speech and religion and stuff like that, freedom of speech and of religion and stuff like that, I'm like, there's some holidays I could probably just toss out, really. Take the good stuff that come with obviously the good excuse of bringing people together, but the good heart reason of that, but everything else is just really fluff. I mean, you look at Thanksgiving, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving, to me is like maybe like the original 9/11, It's literally a holiday of millions of Indians getting massacred, because greedy Americans took their land, took everything they did, and wanted to have it for themselves. Literally, it's just a holiday of massacre, and then like we celebrated, thinking that it was a union between the now Americans and the Indians. So it's like, really, Thanksgiving really is really offensive to Indians if you think about it. I'm just throwing this out there, just a thought I have. And so it's like, if I don't celebrate it, no one can get offended, because the very fact that people celebrating is offending the people that actually wiped off completely on their ethnicity on this earth and stuff like that, if you think about it. So I like to question everything, because you trace it back to its original cause and like see where it is now. I'm like, yo, what type of hypocrisy happened to make us believe that this is really a good thing, So that's just my thoughts on it, you know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But today, it's actually Sunday, the day after Saturday. You know, how does it feel to be 31, Chris? Same way it felt to be 30, you know, just in a different mind space. And hopefully I'm healthier and stuff like that. There is no little metrics or anything that, you know, that you can look into your body that has a little gauge that shows that, oh, you're healthier this year than last. Because health is very particular down to the very atom, the very DNA strand, the molecule, whatever I'm trying to say, you know. So feeling healthy and feeling unhealthy can maybe feel like nothing, you know. So yeah, I appreciate it. Yesterday was good. I just relaxed. I chilled out. I ate. It's pretty fun. Started watching this new show on Netflix. It's called V-Wars. You know, I'll let you guys know how that is. I finished the first season of Lost in Space on Netflix. It's a really good show. It's a really good show. Season 2's coming out Tuesday, 2 days from now. So I'm happy about that. You know, I've learned that I've actually am in love with sci-fi, adventure, fantasy, action movies and shows. So anything that has to do with people on an adventure with some type of action, and this them just trying to figure out answers to stuff like that, to discover the unknown. I love that type of stuff. That's the type of shows I've been watching. Look at Lost in Space. You know, V-Wars kind of in that category and stuff like that. But I just really love the sci-fi, adventure, action stuff like that, right? So I love it, you know, FYI. But yes, that's really it. And one thing I realized I do need here on this podcast, you know, I love, you know, kind of vlogging. It's like a diary entry with you guys and stuff. But I realized I really need a co-host. I really want to co-host, someone to co-host the podcast with, maybe once a week to do that, and every other day I do a podcast. If I happen to do one every day or every other day, it'll just be me. But I do want to slowly incorporate a host in here, you know, because I love the art of conversation. And me doing this podcast all the time, just being me doing it solo. It's just literally me being talking to you guys and venting. You know, if you like that, you like it. I just want to create dialogue and really challenge conversation, because I'm not the great conversationalist, if that's a word. You know, I've grew up all my life being to myself, being like in Batman mode, which is cool, but then it's bad because it teaches me not how to live in unity and community and agree to disagree with others, which I want to work on. The only way to do that is by getting practice. You know, the only way to solve your problem of why you like this is more of the solution, the answer, more action. So yeah, let me know. And obviously, if you have to be somebody, well, you don't, because with the Anchor app, actually, you can actually like call somebody in, so you don't have to be presently here. So if you're interested in being possibly a co-host of this show, let me know. If you're watching this on YouTube, comment me below. If you're listening to this on the Anchor podcast, please leave me a voice message through the Anchor podcast app. Or if you're at any other social media platform listening to this anywhere else, just visit chrisative.com, KRISATIVE.com. I will leave a description of that in the description below. If you're on YouTube or any other platform, I can leave a description. It should be on the video here if you're watching on YouTube. And yeah, once again, it's KRISATIVE.com. Don't put the www. Because for some reason that part's acting up. Yeah, so visit there and they'll link you to one of my social media platforms, so you can either like DM it to me on my IG, messages to me on my YouTube, or send it to me on Anchor app. And yeah, please feel free, people, to support your man. Well, to support me, either the free way, which is subscribe, comment, and like my videos, my podcasts, and stuff like that on all the apps, or you can support me financially. They have a feature in the Anchor app where you can literally support me. Like I'm talking about, you can donate 99 cents, $1 a month. You know, I'm not a kid in Africa or anything like that. You know, I'm a brother. You know, I'm black. I'm not a kid in Africa, but I'm a kid in America. You know, just trying to really take this thing full time. You know, be able to work online and do things my own time full line and be able to create more better content for you guys. The only way I can do that is from your support. You can start as low as 99 cents a month, which is $1, which $1, wait, 100 pennies. So I'm talking about 3 cents a day on average. If you could donate 3 cents a day, which is like $1, if you add that up, no, 3 cents, I don't know, like 31, 32, 33 cents a day. Not that much money in the world, people. Really mean a lot to me. And also I have a merch store where I sell shirts, so if you go to chrissave.com, I have shirts there too. Yeah, so sorry for being away for so long, people. I promise you I'll just try my best to be more consistent, be back and upload more podcasts, even though I upload probably more than the typical podcast, which is once a week. But I want to be just, you know, more so my goal is to be a daily podcast, so you guys never have to wait 7 days. You can wait 24 hours instead, right? Because we live in an area where, you know, our patience isn't that great, right? So yes, thank you for tuning in to the Thoughts and Theories podcast. This is Chris with a K signing out. Make sure if you're on any of these platforms, please share this content with your friends and family. I definitely want to build this community, and definitely, whatever you do, leave me some type of feedback, and that could be through comments, messaging me on any of the platforms I just named out by visiting chrissave.com. All right, thank you. You're awesome. Till next time, folks, I'm out. This peace. Bam.